Ew, it's your girl Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, queen of spice.
Ew.
We here. It's Thursday. We live. I'm feeling good. It's warm outside right now. It is very beautiful. For everybody that's tuning in, thank you. We're in for a very dope episode. Before I get into the episode, I do want to give some major announcements. Your girl is going live this Sunday, April 6th. Doors open at 6:30. Show is from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Williams Center, 15 Sylvian Street, East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's going to be a dope experience. It's my first time doing a live talk show audience extravaganza. We're gonna have Garden State Warriors alive doing their thing. Interview. We're gonna do a Family Feud game. There's gonna be a skit. Your girl's gonna be acting. I'm not an actor, but it's a vibe. It's a vibe. But yeah, come support your spicy Latina. We're also gonna have some dope ass vendors. We're gonna have food. It's a little bit of soul food. We're gonna have desserts. There's also gonna be merch. People are just coming in as a community and honestly just hanging out. Also, it has a bar, so please tip your bartender. But I can't imagine where else you would be Sunday night. So please come, your spicy Latina, and come through. Besides that, show up April 10th, Sour Mouse, New York City. I'm going to be holding down interviews for Cece Camacho. It's Cece and Sounds Part 2. And it's Cece's birthday celebration. Let's go. Aries season. Aries season. Let's go. But it's going to be a dope-ass showcase. Vendors, artists. Again, I'll be doing live interviews. So come through Sour Mouse, New York City, April 10th. I believe show starts at 6 p.m. Hit up Cece Camacho for tickets. Also, for this Sunday, you need a ticket to get in there. But don't worry, you can also buy your tickets at the door. And I think that's it for now. I want to jump into the interview. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce one of my great friends. I feel like one of my coolest friends. This is, Uncle Steph. We got Uncle Steph in the building. Let's go.
Oh, hey, guys.
Hey.
All right. Well, if you're the Queen of Spice, I'm the Princess of IBS because I'd be having stomach issues.
Not bad.
Hi. Yeah, we work together. We run a store at the mall. We hang out with those kids all day. It's awesome.
I'm dead. For anybody that doesn't know Steph, she came into my life literally like a year ago.
Oh my God, I think our friendiversary is like this week.
It is. Our friendiversary.
I didn't get you anything.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'll put a ring on it soon.
I'm dead. This is the homie right here, though. Makes my days better. And one thing about Steph, I just feel like I like to bring people on, yes, that are like artists. And I feel like you are an artist. You're a makeup artist.
Many different mediums, yes.
That part. Jack of all trades.
Pretty much, yes.
Watching a master at work.
That part. That's Steph. That's Steph right there.
Yeah,
I feel like we're going to jump into her bio. You're going to know the Steph that I know and what makes her so cool. So one of the first, Steph, what inspired you? Because when people that don't know, Steph does makeup. She works at a cool store that smells really good. But you also go for social work. Why social work?
So not to start the episode on a heavy note, but I have had a lot of experience in my life with loss around addiction. And I've seen the social work system firsthand, how it can fail people, and how it's not necessarily set up for people's success. So I think also my mom, she is a therapist. She has been in social work for about 10 years now. Yeah, my mom's a therapist. Yep. So when I'm having a panic attack, I sure do call her. Yes, I do.
It's like free therapy.
It sure is. I mean, sometimes like it's kind of like weird because like she's the cause of the stress and the trauma. And I'm like, I can't necessarily go to mom for that.
But imagine you go to therapy for your therapist. Like I'm just thinking that.
It's just like I'm having a panic attack and I need her to be like, remember your DBT skills. Remember, redirect the thoughts.
That's
and I'm like,
awesome.
Oh, redirect my thoughts. Okay. Not spiraling. We're good.
No.
So yeah, my mom's a therapist. She got her degree, she went back for her degree when she was like 50. So she was kind of an inspiration to me that you can always do whatever you want later in life.
That's badass.
Yeah, no, it's super badass. And seeing what she does, and again, just like with my personal experience in life, I felt it was something that I wanted to lean into. And it's been a really fun experience so far. I've learned a lot, and not a lot of fun things, but a lot.
Okay. So you want to just continue social work, continue the family jewels.
Yeah.
Love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
Everyone in my family is in the medical field. I'm like the only one that's not. My sister-in-law's a nurse. My brother's a pharmacy tech for the government. I don't know. He like trains like government employees on like pharmaceutical systems. He works on the sub base in Connecticut. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not like a
Okay.
Fed or anything, but
I'm coming
to
to
something.
you in an apocalypse.
Yeah.
Coming to you. You'll have all the pharmaceuticals. All right, love. I gotta talk about it though. When I asked Steph for her bio, this is why I love Steph, because Steph just gave me a whole bunch of random facts about herself. And one of the facts was that you are a big fan of the Jonas Brothers.
yes, I am. I
Okay.
sure am. Now, I'm not as big as I was.
Okay.
I wish I had like a green screen so I could like point to a picture of myself. So I go like 2009. Like, yep, there she is.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, they came on the scene. Actually, so how I first found out about them is I grew up near Mohegan Sun,
Okay.
and they did a free show,
Oh,
and
snap.
I got to go. And I was
Steph.
I
Young
was
Steph.
looking at them. I said, "Ooh, now
Young Steph.
who are those boys?"
Who's those boys?
Specifically, Joe Jonas. All right, love me a dark-haired man
Spicy.
from New Jersey.
Spicy.
So yeah, I saw them at a free show in Mohegan Sun, and then my entire life became about them. I had a Tumblr blog about them. I was on Perez Hilton every day looking at what they were doing. I had like a burner Twitter account so I could follow them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, dude, they had a softball team. I think it was called like the Dodgeballs or something, Dodgers. I don't remember what it was called, but I would like drive hours to go watch them practice softball.
Wow.
Again, green screen, insert picture of me at softball game. Like,
dead.
it's so crazy.
I hope to have a fan as crazy as you were to the Jonas Brothers. A Mina Mendoza fan out there.
Well, you already do, girl. It's me.
Oh,
I'll drive 2 hours to watch you play softball.
see, that's the homie right there. That's the homie right there. All right, Steph. So you kind of went straight into my next question, because my
Yeah.
next question was literally like, what's your craziest Jonas Brothers fans moment? You named the plenty.
God, there's quite a few.
Unless you could name one that tops all what you just told me.
If I had craziest Jonas Brothers moment, I don't know. Like it was the whole 2007 to 2010, that 3-year period collectively. There was a time where Nick Jonas had his own side gig called Nick Jonas in the Administration. And, yeah, no, he had his own
Jonas
band.
Administration.
The Nick Jonas and the Administration.
And
he
the
was
Administration.
into like presidential stuff around the time. I don't know. It was like a president themed band.
Wow.
But he had a show in Boston, and his dad like would post on their Twitter like where they were gonna be for like, I don't know, pre-show like restaurants and stuff. So I found out where they were gonna be, and I like met his dad and his younger brother Frankie. And like
not Frankie.
and like I tried to pretend like I didn't know like it was them. Like I had like a fucking like Jonas Brothers shirt on, and I was like, "Hey, are you here for for Nick Jonas tonight?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, like I'm actually his dad." And I was like, "Oh whoa, I didn't know that." And yeah, I took a picture with them and met Frankie when he was like 11. Frankie Jonas is crazy now. Check him out on TikTok.
Steph is determined, dog. That's determination.
Yeah.
I admire that. All right, Steph, we're going to transition real quick. So, how did your love for makeup evolve over your decade-long career?
So it originally started because I was in college for fashion and costume design.
Okay.
And when I was in school,
Where did you go to college?
Fisher College in
Ew,
Boston.
let's go.
And at the time, they had a joint program with the School of Fashion Design of Boston. So I took half my classes, the fashion ones, at the School of Fashion Design, and then like my business, math, and everything at Fisher.
Okay.
Which I eventually, after I got, because it was an associate's degree, I eventually went and just got like a business degree altogether. So I have an associate's in fashion design and a bachelor's in business.
Slay queen.
I know.
Slay.
She's a working woman.
Slay. Working woman.
Never stopped. So yeah, I started there, and one of my professors was a drag queen, and he would like dress up and drag for our shows, and like he started like showing me all these makeup tricks for like backstage and stuff, and that's like sparked my interest for makeup in general.
Yeah.
So I just got crazy into it. And this was like pre-YouTube, like makeup tutorials. So I was just like in my dorm room. Like I had black eyeliner and a Dream Honey. I was like, I'm
dead.
So I was trying my best to teach myself stuff from the limited videos that were on the internet. And I think around 2016, I got the opportunity to work at Sephora. And then when I worked at Sephora for a bit, it really did help shape like my skills and sharpen my skills and give me more opportunities through networking with all these other great makeup artists. And I think my relationship with it just became something that I enjoyed having an outlet of creativity, but also just connecting with people. That was one of my favorite things about it. I loved yapping while I was doing someone's makeup. I loved meeting other artists. I worked a lot with sex workers and drag queens. So I was around just a bunch of people that had really like cool stories and really just like these like beautiful experiences. So I think now as I exit that part of my career, because I did do some film and I did do some like TV, some like editorial stuff.
Okay.
And as I exit that part of my career and go more into like, you know, low key social work, focusing more on like self-fulfillment stuff, I do think I'll take always that with me. Even like in social work, I do think like everyone deserves nice things. I think people deserve to have access to beauty products. I think people have the right to have access to feeling beautiful at all times. So if I can ever incorporate those two things together, I will.
That'd be sick.
Yeah. So I think like at this point, I still have love for it like I always did. It just became such a hustle for me, especially when I moved to LA. It was just like I was almost growing like I almost like hated it for a while because I was like, this is something that I'm like relying on for money. And it's like I'm hustle all the time.
So makeup. So,
Yeah.
All right. Because we're going to jump into this with pieces. And thank you for sharing that, love. Because like I feel like makeup, I don't know. I don't know too much about it. I love it, but I don't know too much about it. So I guess let's get spicy. All right. So have you ever helped someone where you knew it was their wrong shade, but they were insistent on what they wanted to purchase, and you just were like, yep, here.
Yeah.
Take it.
I mean, I have two very extreme examples of that. The first one is, I mean, this happened all the time. It's not like one specific one, but like girls that would self-tan like all the time. Like they would not be tan when they came to color match me or have me color match them. And I would be like, okay, so like you're 110 in Fenty foundation. And they'd be like, well, I tan. And like, I think this would be good for me when I tan. And I was like, okay, well, you're not tan right now, so come back to me when you're tan. Like,
Yo,
I can't color match you.
You're a different person right now.
I can't color match you, girl, once you got that, like, tan lux on you. Once you get in the tanning booth and do your GTL for an hour. Like, I don't know what you're doing.
Facts.
So that was always a challenge. And then East Asian women it's in their culture to always be fairer than their complexions. So I constantly had East Asian women that would be like, hey, help me find a foundation. And I would find their perfect shade. And they'd be like, that's too dark. And I was like,
this is who you are.
No, yeah. I was like, okay, well, we can go lighter. And they always use the word brighter.
Okay, positive.
And it's like you want
positive.
Yeah, and you want to like be as respectful as you can. So it's like, okay, like I obviously want to respect what you want. So I would go brighter and help them like get a couple shades lighter. And there was times where I would like go a couple shades lighter and be like, okay, I think that we can work with that. And women would still come back, return what I gave them, and then like purchase something like way lighter than their shade. But again, it's like if that makes them happy, it makes them happy.
Facts. I feel like makeup is just like, you know, it depends on how you want to use it. Because I feel like sometimes you have people that are really skillful at it. And I feel like anybody who does makeup is skillful. But there's some makeup I have seen that I'm just like,
I have to say, I think it's like a personal thing. It's a very personal thing. And it's, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder almost. Because there's like women who are like in their 50s, 60s that were going to White Snake concerts in 1986. And they were putting teal eyeshadow and pink lipstick on.
I see that.
And they're still doing it at their age.
Yeah.
And it's like, that might not necessarily be like what's going to look best on them.
Yeah.
But it's what makes them happy. It's what they love. And it makes them who they are. So I think that's the one thing I've learned in makeup artistry is like I can adapt to, making your skin look nicer, or like making it like, focusing on texture and like balance and purposeful placement and all these words we use. But if somebody wants to wear like black lipstick or bright teal eyeshadow,
do your thing.
Yeah, who am I to say no?
I got a question, Steph. Do you know how to do, and let me know if y'all know about it. There's a makeup where it's like a palette and it just be like yellow, blue, red.
Like the color wheel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you have to like mix it.
Yes.
And for people that don't know what I'm talking about, literally, they'll just put those bold colors and all of a sudden you get like blue. I mean, like a light blue. Or you get like, how they do this, I have no idea. I seen someone do a whole face of just these 3 colors.
Yeah.
If that's not magic, I don't know.
You just described half my makeup kit. I mean, a lot of it is like, because if you're going to be doing like makeup full time and you're going to have like an array of clients, like you can't have 8,000 foundations on you. So you have to have a palette with things that you can mix together.
That's just crazy.
So I have a lipstick palette that has like yellow, blue, and red, because yellow and blue are undertones in skin. And then I have like a face palette that has yellow and blues as well.
So it's like science.
But you never want to put white and black in there, because white and black don't naturally like go into the skin tone nicely. It casts too much shadow and gets muddy, or it casts too much light and looks like a cast, almost like a white cast.
I'm gonna ask you a random question, Steph.
Yeah. Ask me all the questions you want, girl.
If you could only communicate in one word for a day, what would it be?
Slay.
Slay?
Slay.
Are you hungry?
Slay.
Does your stomach hurt?
Slay.
Are you sleepy?
Slay.
Okay, that actually works.
Yep. Slay.
That works. All right. If your life was a reality show, what would it be called?
Jersey Shore, because I'm Italian and I live in New Jersey. Specifically, Dina.
Somebody will put, he's like, this is not Jersey Shore.
Oh, that's actually a crazy story. My mom met Vinny from Jersey Shore one time.
Yo, stop. Where?
Mohegan Sun again. The
what's
pillar
going
of my
on
existence.
in Mohegan Sun?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Got the Jonas Brothers. You got Pauly D.
Yeah, we do have Pauly D. We did have him there one time.
Yeah.
For real though, like a reality show, Made, I guess. I don't know. The MTV's Made.
Steph brought it back. Steph brought it back.
Yeah, because they came to my high school when I was like a freshman. And it was like...
Who they made?
This girl. It's funny. I was just talking to my best friend about it the other day. We were trying to find the episode and we couldn't find it. But this girl was... she was like, you're like bookworm, like very quiet, like nerdy kind of girl. And we have this local pageant, okay? Anyone from Ledyard, Connecticut, you know what's up. Which actually, you're looking at Junior Miss Ledyard Fair 2006 here, all right?
Oh,
so
wow.
put respect on the name.
We got royalty in the chair besides the Queen of Spice.
Yeah.
Now, let's go.
But she wanted to be made into a pageant queen for that specific pageant that we did every year. And my best friend's brother was the love interest in it. So, like, I had cameras in my face, like, from the second I walked into that school, my first day of freshman year, for like 2 months.
Really?
Even when I went to her house, like I'm trying to like eat a sandwich at her house, and they're like, "Do you think Matt likes Catherine?" And I was like, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm dead.
Because like I don't know. I was like 14 years old.
Facts.
I just started high school.
Oh, something I didn't get to ask you, stuff that I always ask every guest. So I like to do little icebreakers.
Okay.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Because I have a wonderful partner. Every Thursday we have off together. They always go out and get me a bagel.
What type
every
of
Thursday.
bagel?
So this morning I got a little crazy with it. I did a sesame bagel with scallion cream cheese and lox.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was good.
Fire.
Yeah, that's
I
what
feel
I
like
did.
bagels is definitely like... Okay, is there the same amount of bagels in Connecticut as there is in New Jersey?
So as someone that lived in like Los Angeles, California, and also because I lived on the West Coast for a year and then I lived in Boston, but I'm a tri-state girl. I'm from Connecticut. Tri-state bagels are bagels. They're all the same. There's the same amount everywhere. I don't think there's as many like deli style or deli bagels in Connecticut, but you can like find them. Like it's just like there's not one on every corner, but they're still there.
Would you say Jersey has a problem with bagels? Like when you first...
I don't.
Is it excessive?
I don't. it's just always been, it's like bagels have just always been around.
Been around?
Like,
Okay.
they've just always been around to me. Like, I
was
don't
always
know.
curious about that.
When
How
I moved
does
to
that
Jersey, I was like, oh, there's just more here than in they're just easier to get than Connecticut. Like Connecticut, I have to drive 20 minutes. Like here, there's one in every corner, which I appreciate. I like having a bagel nearby. I feel safe.
Okay.
When there's a bagel place nearby. When there's a hot bagel that when you rip that open, you go and it steams. I feel good.
See, I just learned something new. For anybody who doesn't know this, if you want to save calories on a bagel, you scoop it.
Boo, boo.
I know.
Boo.
But guess what, Steph? Sometimes you want it and you got to balance shit out, okay?
Yeah, so then I just eat an acai bowl. I don't eat a bagel.
Oh, my God. No.
Go to Pliables. Pliables, shout out.
Pliable, shout out, sponsor me. All right. If you had to pick a random object to become your sidekick, what would it be?
A random object?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the first thing that popped in my mind, absolutely not.
That's suspicious.
It sure is. Sure is. We're not going to talk about that. A random object to be my sidekick.
Yeah.
In what context? Am I a superhero?
Anything.
Ooh, okay. This is going to be insane, but like a blanket, like a literal security blanket.
But you know what's crazy? I searched this question literally like a week ago. Me and my friends that were part of this group chat, we were like, okay, if we were deserted on an island, what are 3 things you would bring with you? And the top 10 things to bring with you if you ever get deserted in the island is 1, a first aid kit. I already forgot. A weapon. 1 was a blanket because you need to get yourself warm and it's just
You just need comfort.
that part. Okay, a blanket. I'm dead. I love it though. I love it. Also, I don't know if anybody knows, but this girl could juggle.
I sure can.
This girl could
Yes,
juggle.
I can.
I'm not gonna make you juggle on live.
Well, I don't think there's anything in here. I need like spheres. I can't just.
How that she starts juggling the furniture. Just like starts going at
No,
it.
there's something. People do knives, bowling pins.
What made you want to learn how to juggle stuff?
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
And it was 2003. Okay, picture it, gym class. All right, I'm overweight severely, so
Okay.
I didn't like gym class. Okay, we go to gym class. I can't do a pull up.
I'm dead.
I can't do a pull up. I'm a little meatball.
I'm dead.
I can't run the mile. Oh, circus day?
Yeah, I'm
oh, now
dead.
you piqued my interest. It's circus
Oh
day.
shit! School used to have that circus day. I remember circus day.
So
That was dope.
yeah, so my lesbian gym teacher, Slay, we love her. She said, "All right, here's some scarves. We're gonna do juggling. Here's some plate." And I was like, "Oh my god!
best
I
day
can
ever.
exercise and I can spin a plate on a stick." I loved circus day. I loved it, and I just got fixated on those little scarves. Also, my neighbor's mom was a clown growing up. So once there's a lot of lore to unpack with me. Yes,
Yeah,
my
like,
neighbor's mom was a
what?
clown. I got into magic for a bit. It was around the same time the circus stuff happened. I got fixated on it for a bit.
dead.
But once I told her, like, oh my God, we did circus day today, bro. Like, they give us little scarves and I learned how to juggle. She was like, oh, I got scarves. Here, gave me some scarves. Oh, I was in my backyard, girl. I was teaching myself. And then I graduated from the scarves to those like styrofoam balls.
Yeah.
And I was like practicing in my backyard. Yeah. It's awesome. Yeah.
If Steph was my neighbor, yo, and I looked outside the window.
Well, I grew up in Connecticut.
I
and we
would
had
make a TikTok series of you, like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and I would like film your progression. That ass.
Yeah, and I'm still not even like amazing at it. It can do like maybe 30 seconds before they fall.
Circus. Okay, so let me ask you this: would you join a circus?
Again, depends on what I could bring to the table. If I was like crazy good at juggling, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if I was like crazy good,
If
yeah.
you had to pick a superpower for the circus, like, and it just happened, like God is just like, yo, I'm gonna give this to you right now.
I want to be flipping around. I want to do some
You'll
flips.
do trapeze.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I would.
Steph, that shit makes me nervous.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's no net. It's just like, yo, you got a
But
cough.
it's a
you gotta die.
But it's a superpower. God
That's
gave it to
true.
me. Why would God give me a superpower and then make me
God
fail?
doesn't give you a second life. God just gave you a superpower.
But God wouldn't say, here's a superpower, and you're going to fall, actually, and it's going to kill you, and it's going to break your neck.
I wonder who were the first trapeze artists. Like, yo, let me just entertain people. Let me throw you in the air.
I don't know.
Oh, I caught you. It works. Like,
I know,
it's just-
I know freak shows were like a thing. So people probably started flipping around at a certain point.
That's true.
You know, I used to do cheerleading for a long time, and that was the one thing I wasn't good at. I
Really?
was not good at flipping around. Nope. Something about it gave me anxiety. Something about it freaked me out. I think.
Were you a catcher?
So I was the person on the bottom. I was a base.
Okay.
So I would get those. And
snap.
yeah, I just anytime it came to like flipping backwards, I just nope. I could like do the rolls and I could do like cartwheels and stuff, but yeah, doing a flip just freaked me out a lot. They taught you how to do it on ropes, where they put you like in a little like harness, and they would tie you to ropes. And they
Oh
would
wait,
pull you.
I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, and they would like
Okay.
pull you, and you can like flip and stuff.
Okay.
Thought that I loved that.
Yeah,
I loved that
because you were safe.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, this like his name was Wally. He was like a 60-year-old Olympic
I
guy.
done died. Did
but yeah.
30 flips.
Yeah.
Survived.
Felt good.
That's pretty cool. I just learned that your neighbor was a clown.
My neighbor's mom.
Your neighbor's mom was a clown.
Yes.
You used to cheerlead. I knew you had makeup. Knew you wore makeup.
Yeah.
All that. I learned a lot of stuff about you, Steph. Deadass. I want to get a little bit into astrology, though.
Okay.
I feel like you're one person that's really good for it. I feel like you name me kind of really cool things. I learned a lot from you. So, have you ever checked someone's sign before deciding whether to be friends with them?
Every time I pull up that whole birth chart.
Really?
I pull up the whole birth chart, honey.
No way.
I look at your sun, I look at your moon, I look at your rising, I look at your Venus, because that's important. Because your
Really?
Venus just is like how you love and how you are in relationships.
Okay.
And if you see any of them, Taurus is in there.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, I don't like let it like make me, you know, complete my judgment of the person. I'm not like going to be somebody that's like, actually your Aquarius sun has me a little questionable about your character. So I don't do that. But yeah, I'll take a peek. I like just looking at people's natal charts, especially on I think it's called Cafe Astrology or Astro Cafe. That one's good because it'll tell you like not only what the placements are, but like detailed descriptions on what somebody with that placement is expected to have.
Yeah.
So like my brothers, for example, like if they're ever like annoying me, I'm like, oh, okay. So your Neptune North Node means you're a dick. Okay.
That
okay.
part.
So you're an asshole because of that.
Yeah, the apps be mad funny. What's the
CoStar?
Zodiac CoStar?
Yeah.
Like I be open up CoStar. Like, listen, I can't talk to you. CoStar told me not to talk to you today. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow. Like, CoStar said not to talk to you.
CoStar
so
be
I'm
like-
not talking to you.
CoStar be reading people to filth sometimes
Yo,
too.
a little bit crazy.
CoStar will be like, hey, fatties, don't eat anything today.
Oh, that's crazy.
And you're like, oh, okay, thank you.
So let me ask you, Steph. If you could change your zodiac sign, would you? Or would you? All right, so everybody doesn't know Steph's a Libra.
Okay, Libra sun, and
Libra sun.
then a Sag moon and Sag rising. Which Princess Diana was a Sag rising.
Ooh,
Julie Andrews, Libra sun. Okay, classic beautiful women.
period.
But also Kim Kardashian is a Libra, and she kind of slays. I'm not mad about that.
No, she's cool. This is the thing. I feel like Kim Kardashian would be cool to hang out with. I just wouldn't want to date her.
I like
Anybody
her.
who comes in her path, they go crazy.
Yeah.
No, everybody. I've yet to see a success. Okay, I don't want to hate on her. Like I said, I just wouldn't date the person, but I think she looks like a cool time. Like behind the cameras and all that shit. I always remember one episode of the Kardashians where I was just like, hey, yo, what? There was a table, right? Mm-hmm. And she had a spread of random shit. It was literally a pizza pie, Chinese food, In-N-Out burgers, all at the same time. And she was just going in. And I think it's because she was pregnant and she noticed this is like the only time she could do that and not be judged. Mm-hmm. But she just like started going crazy. And I'm like, I get it. You want to do all this stuff, but you can't. That's what I'm saying. She looks like she would be a cool friend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't mind her. I have to say my favorite Kardashian is definitely Khloe.
I like the mother.
Oh, you like Kris?
Fuck yeah.
I love Kris. I want to dress up as that meme of her where she has like the sparkly jacket on. It's like Gitchy, yeah. But he's not technically a Kardashian, but I love Lord Disick.
Yo,
that man
facts.
is funny.
He needs his own episode.
How is he doing? Do we know how he's doing right now?
I don't know, girl. I feel again, anybody who dates into that family, like Bad Bunny left Kendall and then he came out with a #1 album. He was like, yo, I'm out. I'm out.
One of my best friends is like a huge Bad Bunny fan, and she like did not. She like hated him for a couple months while he was dating Kendall Jenner. She was like, I'd not support that man right now.
But it's the thing, like, I get it. Maybe it was a fantasy as his, or maybe not. Maybe it was she's a cool girl. But I do feel like, I don't know. It's like a dun dun dun, like a type of vibe with that.
What was the thing he said to Kendall Jenner about like mosquitoes having rabies?
What?
He was like, "Mommy, be careful, mosquitoes." I don't know.
No, I don't even know about that. But okay. All right, Steph. Let me ask you this: if time travel was real, would you rather visit the past or the future?
Okay. Not to get heavy again, but I would go into the past. I would go past. Not too far though. I think a solid 2007.
2007.
Yeah. Because I had people in my life that I've lost that were still around, and you're gonna make me cry on this podcast,
I'm so
bro.
sorry, Steph.
No, you're fine. It was just a really good year. It was a really good year for me. I was like 16 years old and like just got like a puppy, and I don't know, I was just kind of like a kid figuring things out and everything to worry about. I would love to go back to that. You know, I would love to go back to like being a kid, not having to worry about anything, watching Family Guy with my brother and like playing Wii, you know?
I love that. I want to put it all in a snow globe for you. Like all those vibes, right? All those memories.
Like a Ariana Grande, like Eternal Sunshine video where she has the memories in front of her.
A whole boy. I will do that for you, love. Okay, how about this? If you had to, all right. If aliens landed on Earth and you had to explain social media to them, what would you say?
If I had to explain social media? All right, Facebook's for the boomers. So anyone over the age of 50, that's what's happening there.
Yeah. But how would you describe that? Think about it. It's an alien. Like, you're going to go here and like stuff. You're just going to like stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
you
I would
describe it to them.
Well, first I'd pull out that phone. I'd have them sit down. I'd teach it like a seminar, like PowerPoint presentation. All right, first of all, we got the internet. All right, 1997.
Yeah.
This is a place that we can all share thoughts and ideas and images. Any questions? All right, next one. We get AOL. You can finally go into chat rooms and tell people you're Justin Timberlake when you're not really, and then get in trouble with your parents.
Catfish.
That's a real story. My brother did that.
I'm dead.
The FBI literally sent a letter to my parents' house and were like, your son is in a chat room pretending he's Justin Timberlake. Please make him stop. Yeah. My dad was not happy about it, and then we were not allowed to be on the internet after that.
That's
so I had to play that pinball machine that pinball game that everybody had on their computer.
Yo, your brother said he was Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
We got to go back to that. The government, the United States of America,
they
wrote a letter to your house.
They wrote a letter to my parents being like, hey, your kid's impersonating someone on the internet, and that's like illegal.
Yo,
my brother's the reason why those laws
brother,
exist.
I will never let that go. I'd be like, yo, you said you were Justin Timberlake, Doug?
I mean, I do bring it up from time to time with him, and he like gets embarrassed. I'm like,
yo, in fact,
bro,
that's
you were like
you
10.
idolize, Doug.
Yeah.
That's it. I would play that shit forever around him, yo. Oh my God, that's epic.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But back to my PowerPoint presentation.
Yes.
All right, so then after AOL happened, MySpace. All right, so this is where scene kids, emo kids, Jeffree Star, Tila Tequila.
Yo, is Tom still alive?
I'm sure.
That was his name, right?
I think we would know if Tom from MySpace was dead. Millennial icon.
Yo, where is
Would
he?
we?
Where is he?
He's on Facebook now.
No, where is he though? Like, for real, where is he? That's a mystery.
I don't know. Oh! I matched with him on Tinder when I lived in LA. I matched with Tom on Tinder when I was in LA.
Shut up.
I did. For real. I think I got a screenshot somewhere still.
How?
He was
How
there.
do you know it's not your brother being Justin
because it was
Timberlake,
it was verified. It had that little blue check next to him. And he was like, yes, it's really me, Tom. And then I like swiped right on him and we matched, but he never talked to me.
That's insane.
Yeah. I matched. We didn't talk. Can't say I talked to Tom from MySpace, but we did match.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay. So how would you describe Instagram?
To the aliens?
Yeah.
Okay, so it started off very like Tumblr core. Okay, we had a bunch of like
Pictures.
Well, now I'd have to go into like what Tumblr is. Oh my god, this is like what you did. You ever do the peanut butter thing in kindergarten where they're like, if you had to describe how to make a peanut butter sandwich to somebody, like how would you do it? And you're like, oh, okay. Well, the peanut butter sandwich thing is basically like your teachers would make you describe how to make a peanut butter sandwich, so you could learn what detailed instructions were. So you'd be like, okay, like you have to put peanut butter on 2 pieces of bread, and they would like pick up the bread and be like, I can't get into the bread. I can't get into the bread. What am I supposed to do from here? And you'd be like, untie the bread, reach into the bag, grab a slice of bread. Like you'd have to be so specific. So that's what I feel like I got to do right now with these aliens. So first of all, we'd have to go into the history of the iPhone, how we even got the pictures on the screen. But Instagram, yeah, it started off as like, I feel like very like, here's a picture, like
it.
And now it's like, I don't know. Now there's like so much has happened. You buy things on Instagram now.
I know. That's the crazy shit. TikTok shop. All right. If you could spend a day in the life of any celebrity, who would it be and why?
Any celebrity. I gotta think about that for a second. Because I was gonna say Lady Gaga, but then that girl has way too many. Like she has a lot of health problems. Like girlfriend has lupus, so I'm not trying to deal with that. You know what? I'm gonna say Trixie Mattel.
Who's that?
She's the drag queen. She looks like Dolly Parton.
Oh,
she has like the big blonde hair.
Okay.
Yeah, she slays.
right.
She owns a hotel in Palm Springs, and it's like all pink and Barbie. She's hilarious. She's funny. She won season 7 of Drag Race, and she does like her own drag stuff now. But she's like your reaction was perfect because she's one of those people that's like a celebrity, but like she doesn't get like bombarded everywhere she goes because she's really only known when she's in drag. And when she's out of drag, she's good. So I would love to have like that Hannah Montana, like, whoa, yeah, like that best of both worlds situation. Like I would love to be able to like pop a wig off and just be normal and then like go be like myself, like my slay self. Yeah.
All right, love. What's something about you that would surprise even your closest friends?
Oh, that I matched with Tom on MySpace.
Yo, facts. That is a story forever.
It's
forever. But low-key, you have to kind of prove it. So I wish you could have like recorded it and someone took a picture.
I definitely have like the screenshots. It's just on my old phone.
I'm just like, yo, what does this profile look like?
It was literally the picture of him.
The swipey swipe.
It was literally the picture of him in that chair, like.
I am
and it was also then it was just like pictures of him like doing random stuff.
Okay.
You said what's a fact about me or a story about me?
What's something about you that would surprise even your closest friends?
Damn, that's a close one.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, this happened to me today. So I feel like not really anything is like.
Wait, can we talk about Ray Liotta? How he hit on you?
Ray Liotta hit on me. Okay, so at a disclosed location.
Yeah,
it was like 2019. And I was with my friend that I worked with at the time, Richie. Hey, Richie, what's up, boo?
Hey, Richie.
I think Richie will see this at some point. He loves this story, and every time I need like proof that it happened, I'm always like, Richie, you witnessed it. So Ray Liotta I was getting his products for him, and as I'm like getting his products, he's like, your eyebrows are beautiful, and I'm like, thank you. And I've done them always how I've done now. I mean, I think it was maybe a little crazier back then because I was like full beat, but I was like, oh, thank you. And he's like, yeah, and like your hair, like, because I was dyeing it black at the time. He's like, your hair, like, you just have like this dark, like, gorgeous hair. I was like, oh, thank you. I had no idea who he was, for context. I have no idea who he is. He's just like some old man in front of me at this point. And he looked, and this is like Chantix era. Like, he was like literally the spokesperson for like an anti-smoking ad. Like, yeah, he was the spokesperson for Chantix because he smoked for so many years.
Okay.
So he, white as a ghost, like, wrinkled skin, just like really white hair, just did not look good. But like I looked at him, I was like, I know, like I recognize you, but I don't really know who you are. So he's just like saying these weird things to me. I'm looking at my friend Richie who's behind me doing something, and I'm like, because Richie usually like would step in and be like, oh, like let me help you, instead of like just, I'm like, Richie, what the, You just standing there, bro. Like, step in here.
This guy keeps talking about my eyebrows.
Yeah.
Like,
And then he goes, do you know where the Ritz-Carlton is? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Like, thinking he's, like, asking for directions.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah. If you, like, you know, go out here and go up the stairs at Gov Center, take a left and go, like, you're there. He's like, oh, okay, because that's where I'm staying. Like, if you know where it is, like, you can come by later. I was like, oh, okay. And then I finished, like, doing what I had to do at that point. So I, like, walked away.
Oh, my God.
And my friend Richie, like, pulls me aside and he's like, bro, that was Ray Liotta. And I was like, or actually, I went up to him first and I was like, bro, why the hell did you step in? That man's being weird as hell to me. And he was like, that's Ray Liotta. And I was like, and then my whole family was mad at me that I didn't have his baby because my Italian American family was like, what do you mean, Maron? You met Ray Liotta and you didn't take the opportunity? And I was like, I didn't know who it was. First of all, and he made me extremely uncomfortable. No.
That's crazy.
But I could have had his child and made $1 million. That would have been cool.
You could have.
Yeah, that would have been awesome. But yeah, that's the Ray Liotta story.
Wow. Thank you for sharing stuff.
Of course.
Thank you.
And as Italian American, let me add something real quick. As an Italian American woman, that's kind of a flex. All right, the guy who played Henry Hill in Goodfellas hit on me.
That part.
That must be beautiful. Yes, that must be beautiful.
I think we should talk about it. So Steph is like low-key TikTok famous.
Like low key.
Like Steph has the magic touch where she'll post a video and it just gets like all these views. Like, can we talk about the first time you went viral on TikTok?
So that was in 2020. The first time I went viral. And basically what it was there was a video about how in France you need to be like a master butter maker before you can like sell butter.
What?
Yeah, it takes like 4 years to make butter or become like certified in making butter.
That's crazy.
And my first thought was like, damn, and you can become a cop in 16 months here in America. So I like duetted the video and like said that. And I was like, oh, in France, you can like it takes 4 years to become a master butter maker, but in America, you become a cop in 16 months. And it went viral, and I was getting ripped to shreds. People were like, fuck you.
Not
like,
in 2020.
Blue lives matter.
Yo, facts. Not
Blue
in
lives matter.
2020.
And I was like, okay, I didn't mean anything by that.
Ma'am?
I was like, I just said what I said. Okay, oof. I think we can all have a little nuance, but I think we all know what I meant by that.
How do you, before we move on to the other videos that you went viral on, Love, how do you feel like you balance out what's being said? Because I feel like sometimes that's hard for people. Like if you're getting like negative comments, because obviously you get like a balance of both. You get like the funny ones that are supporting what you're saying. Yeah. But you're gonna, what you said, you're gonna get a lot of hateful comments. How did you handle that?
I just private the video, and I don't look at it ever again. I just like, cause like at the end of the day, like I'm not making like content for anybody. Yeah. I'm not doing anything. I'm not monetizing it.
I'm just having fun.
Yeah, exactly. I and like half the time I'm just shit posting for my friends. Not. I don't expect it to be like a whole thing. And then it's happened 5 times now where it becomes a thing, and I'm like, ah! Like, oh God, being perceived. Like, being perceived is terrifying to me, which is why I don't think I'll ever, like, really pursue, like, I don't know, like, these videos that keep going crazy. I'm like, yeah, like, it's fine, like, whatever, but, like, I'm never gonna be like, I need an agent. I need one now, all right? I'm not gonna be like the Hawk Tua girl and start having, like, a podcast and doing, like, you know, whatever she's doing now.
What do you feel like is the most successful video you had on TikTok?
The most successful is stupid. First of all, it's a slideshow of a bunch of like SpongeBob memes to the song Dominic the Donkey.
Yes.
And the first slide says Italians when this bop comes on, and it's Squidward going from this to this.
Oh, and he opened up his eyes.
Yeah, and it's just jinkity jink. Yeah, and all the Italians. And you know, that's the third video that has gone viral. Like, I feel like I just post about being Italian and people are like, yeah, woo, 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 woo. Like I'm just like, I could get on the internet and be like, eggplant parm, and people go, yeah, and it would get like 200,000 views. Like, I'm just like, why is that what like people resonate with? Like, I post a video trying to be intentionally funny, and people are like crickets.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, hey, that's the other one from the other day. I was in a diner eating breakfast, and Don't Stop Believin' started playing. I don't know if we're familiar with The Sopranos here. Are you familiar with The Sopranos? You know that final scene? Yeah,
about to die.
Don't stop believing. Just started playing in a diner. I'm trying to eat my rye bread, and I'm like, well, I'm about to get whacked.
Yo, facts.
I'm about to get
You
whacked.
ain't going to work today.
No,
she's not going to work
hey,
today.
I'm about to get whacked. Can't come in.
Ray Liotta came and looked for her.
Yeah, but I just posted me eating my toast to that song, and I was like, guys, this song just started playing at a diner I'm at in New Jersey, and again, every single Italian within 100-mile radius of here, like. It's like they have like sonar bat hearing. They're like, she posted about being Italian again. She posted about being Italian again.
I am dead.
So yeah, that's it. And then I don't know if you're familiar with the Roll for Sandwich guy. He's like a D&D TikToker. He's very niche, but
okay.
He basically like rolls dice and he'll make like randomly generated sandwiches based on what the dice says. So he'll have like a page of like 12 proteins and it'll be like turkey, chicken, meatballs, whatever. And then he'll be like, all right, 7, we're making a ham sandwich today. Bread, all right, 4, we're making it on rye.
Let's do it.
So it's a fun thing he does. And I just like posted a video of me eating a sandwich. And I was like, every time I eat a sandwich now because of Roll for Sandwich, and I'm like judging my sandwich, like, yeah, look at that cross section. So like,
okay, I saw that one.
Yeah, and that one got like 100,000 views. But that one's so niche that anybody that watches it is be like, huh?
So for everybody that doesn't have your handle, so you could go even more viral,
Yeah.
What is the Instagram, TikTok, and then whatever else I might not know?
I don't got anything else.
I'm
If you look
done.
at my Twitter, it's from like 2014, and I was like sharing One Direction memes.
I'm done.
But I am Microplast Steph on TikTok, and I am Microplast Steph on Instagram.
Follow her, support her. Steph, if you had to eat one meal for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Pizza and wings.
No,
Easy.
one. You said
Well,
two.
that's a meal. Pizza and wings.
That's not a meal. That's pizza's a meal.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, how you gonna get away with that?
Because every time I get pizza, I'm like,
she said pizza and
pizza and wings, or pizza and salad. You gotta have something with it.
Okay.
One meal for the rest of my life. You know what? I'm gonna get real specific here. My mom's eggplant parm. My Carla's eggplant parm.
Nice.
Carla Alonji needs to make it.
Period. All right, so we're gonna go into my Mina Mendoza card.
Okay.
All right, girl. So this card right here, think of it as like an American Express black platinum limitless card. But this is like really on some Cinderella-ish. Like you get this card stuff, like 12 a.m., you can start wishing for whatever you want. But the minute it goes a second after 11:59 straight into 12, it's gone. So you have to be realistic with what you want. If you want to go travel somewhere, you also have to consider the time it takes you to travel back. That's taken out of your day.
Okay.
24 hours, I'm going to give you this card. If, again, the world's your oyster, what would you do? How?
That's the most boring ass answer.
No.
Are you kidding me?
I'm
like my phone bill, rent. Like I pay rent for 5 years, buy a house.
I mean, that's all the bills. You can
Yeah.
say all the bills, right?
Okay, all the bills.
But what would you do that is like out of the order?
What would I do? That was out of the ordinary.
Yeah, girl, you got a card that could just like
God,
take you
I don't
anywhere.
spend money. I don't know if you know that about. I don't spend money. I'm not a spender.
Yo, you'll be the first guest to be like, I'm scared to spend.
I don't spend money. It's not. I just like I don't know where to start.
Yo.
A new car, does that count or is that
Yeah,
boring?
everything.
My car's like falling apart. I guess that.
Trade her in. What would you trade your car in for?
That's the thing. I just want something reliable. Like, I'm
dead.
so boring. Okay, let me like actually think for a second.
Comes out with a decked out Escalade.
No, like, oh God, spending. I'm like, somebody's like, hey, you could spend money one day. What would it be? And I'm like,
I'm dead. What would your partner think if you like rolled up in the driveway with a Hummer?
I think they think
What's your dog?
Okay, we actually have a joke about Hummers. I think they would just start making "lick it up" by Kiss jokes because
What?
there's a specific Family Guy bit about that where every Hummer driver, like "lick it up" by Kiss, just plays every time someone drives a Hummer. So that would just be what happens. We would just be doing Family Guy jokes.
I'm dead.
But all right, let me get real. Okay, you know what I would buy?
What?
I would buy some really nice like furniture, like very nice sturdy vintage furniture.
From where?
Well, vintage. I would thrift it.
Okay.
So because it's all about the hunt for me when I'm spending
She's
money.
going with the Black American Express card.
I
So a
don't
thrift
know.
store.
Oh my God, I don't know.
She's gonna go get used furniture. She can get like leathers from Italy.
Oh my God, it's because
And she can make a video and go viral again.
oh my God,
Because it's Italian.
All right. I don't know. What else would I bet? What else would I? All right, you know what I would buy too? Like Guitar Hero just came out on Xbox. All right?
Okay.
I would buy Guitar
There you
Hero
go, Steph. Guitar
so I could
Hero.
sit and play Freebird all day.
There you go.
Yeah, I just like for real though. Like I really.
Would
try
you buy Wilbur a house?
You know what? Wilbur could have his own house. Yeah,
Little
Wilbur's my
doggy
dog.
house?
For people who don't know, he's at home right now because he got the big chop yesterday, so he's fine. He just has to wear a little jammy set so he doesn't chew at himself.
I'm done.
He's okay. He's just not a man anymore. He's just back to being a baby.
So Wilbur would get a house. You get a
Wilbur would
brand
get a
new
house.
car.
I would get a new car. I'd probably buy my mama house.
Okay.
She deserves it. She
Mama
deserves a
house. Pay the bills.
Yep, pay the bills.
Come on, Steph. We living large here. We're living large.
Oh
Steph.
my God. I guess I would. I don't know. I don't think about spending money. Okay, so there's actually like a really specific like venue in LA that I really want to like go to and like spend time at and like go see. So I guess I would like go spend money to like go see some bands at that venue in specific,
Okay.
like buy concert tickets there.
Okay.
Whiskey a Go-Go. It's just a place where like it's
Ooh.
just the place where like Motley Crue started and like all these like really cool like late 80s like early 90s like rock bands. It was like a big scene.
Whiskey
there.
and Go-Go has been around for a while, even like the 70s. That's when
Yeah.
like the Doors started.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd want to go there. And then you know what? My favorite place in the world is Lake George, like Lake George, New York.
You could buy Lake George.
I would probably buy like a
You
huge
buy
mansion.
Lake George.
Yeah, I would probably buy a huge mansion in Lake
White
George.
girl Steph, white girl
Yeah.
plastic Steph bought
Yeah.
Lake George.
Yeah, I'm literally like
It will be like a trending topic on Twitter.
I'm just like under consumption core if it was personified.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm
I
the
love
personified person of under consumption core. Like everything I wear, people are like, "Where'd you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, so my friend was moving to Nashville and she had a trunk full of clothes, and I just got it out of there." I just like everything's either a gift or you know, I find it hard to spoil myself, and I know that's like something that I need to really work on because that's definitely going to be part of
Yeah,
the
girl,
healing
you got
journey.
a limitless
I
card.
know.
Would
You're-
you get a tattoo? Another tattoo?
You know what? Yes.
Yes, Steph.
I have a couple. I'm backed up on the queue of tattoos. I
There you
want to
go.
get a chili dog for my brother. I want to get a Freddie Mercury tattoo.
Love it.
Yep, because I love Freddie Mercury.
Love it.
I want to get Man Ray from SpongeBob because he's my favorite character.
Love it.
He's the funniest one. He's
Okay.
niche, but he's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just a couple tattoos. See,
Would you go to a jewelry store?
I would. No.
Why do I see you going to a crystal store?
Now you
Yeah,
piqued
like,
my
I don't
interest. Now
picture
you
you
piqued
going
my
to
interest.
a jewelry store. But it's
well,
like,
okay.
listen, can you put this giant,
Let's peep the nail.
this
the
giant
ring
space
scape real
rock
quick.
on my ring? Like, yo,
Let's peep the ringscape real quick.
Yes.
So yes, I love rings. So this is a turquoise. This is moldavite. Controversial, I know, and opal. So I would want to get maybe like some amethyst on there, some moss agate. I would maybe want to do some moonstone. So yeah, I would go to a crystal store. I would get like crystal rings.
Steph, you're the friend in my life that you would, like, if my back was hurting, you'd be like, there's a crystal for that. Like, you would fucking, you would like come up to, I feel like you would have this random information about Emerus.
Emerus.
And how, I don't even know, that's the first crystal I thought
Yeah.
about. I was like, listen, your back hurts here. Here's this giant thing. Put in
Yeah.
your car.
I'm a huge Stevie Nicks fan, guys. If you
Stevie Nicks
couldn't
is
pick
cool.
up on that.
Stevie Nicks is cool. Stevie
No,
Nicks
she
is
slays.
definitely cool. Definitely.
But yeah, I think like definitely spending money on like some good like sustainably sourced crystal. I'm so fucking insufferable. Like,
Yo, I'm dead.
I'm
Your
like-
partner's looking at this like, come on,
I
Steph.
would spend money on sustainably sourced crystals and a sustainable car.
Is
Like
this a Prius?
Priuses are douchey. I think
Really?
I feel like
Why are
liberal.
Priuses douchey?
I just feel like liberal like white people who are like, I'm saving the world. I shop at Whole Foods and I drive a Prius. Like have a
I'm
Prius.
done.
Like I would. Yeah. See.
See, Steph is gangsta. She'll get a Toyota Corolla.
Well,
Yo.
Toyotas, yes, Toyotas are reliable. I'd probably do a Subaru.
You'll get a Tesla?
That-
No?
Not in this political climate.
Oh. Oh.
Mr.
Got it.
Elon Musk. Not trying to support him right now,
Went through
but
the
that's
head.
okay.
Went through the head. Okay.
My mom saw that Starlink though. You know his like Starlink thing, his little tennis bracelet in the sky. He has like, it's called Starlink. It's like a bunch of like little satellites like lined up.
What?
Yeah, they just kind of like float around. My mom saw it one night and she was like, "Ah, they're coming! They're coming!" my mom thought there was like aliens. She calls me freaking out. She definitely was like 2 glasses of wine in, but like she was like freaking out. She was like, "Steph, I just saw aliens. I just saw aliens."
Steph,
and like,
what would you do if there was a whole bunch of lights outside your window?
"They're coming! They're coming!"
But for real, I don't think I would freak out. I think
A bunch of lights outside my window.
yeah.
I kind of did have. I mean, we didn't get to a paranormal. I did have like a little like alien experience one time.
What you mean?
So my dad was like really into like space and stuff for a bit when we were kids. He bought
Yeah.
a telescope and like he would take us to this like baseball field by our house and like we would look at stuff. And there was one time there was a lunar eclipse. So my dad was like, "Hey, let's go check out the lunar eclipse." And my younger brother and I think like we just like didn't have the attention span to sit and like stare at the moon for like 15 minutes at that age. So we kind of just like wandered off and did our thing. And I remember there was like a big hill that we all used to sled down in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he like wanted to go to like the top of the hill because he was like, "Oh, let's like go to the top of the hill and then we'll like race down." And when we got to the top of the hill, heard this sound that sounded like a bunch of plastic bags being like crumpled up. It wasn't like leaves. It was like, it sounded like staticky, like plastic bags.
Oh, no.
It was like, shh. And like we're looking at each other and I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Yeah.
And then we saw like, it almost looked like you got like a picture taken on picture day. It was like a bright light that kind of like flashed.
Fuck.
And then it just like the sound stopped and like my ears were ringing a bit. And I was like, "The hell was that?" And like him and I like, he's passed away now, like RIP, but like we like used to talk about it and I bring it up and I'd be like, "That really happened, right?" And he'd be like, "Yes, that really happened." Like he would validate that really happened. And
Oh my God.
I feel like I don't know what it was. I don't know. I love cryptids. So I love like Mothman, Bigfoot. Like I love anything in that kind of
You
realm.
believe in Bigfoot?
I have been to the International Cryptozoology Museum in Portland, Maine.
What?
They have a Bigfoot like exhibit. Yeah, they just have like a bunch of like, they have a Jersey Devil one too. And they have like every cryptid you've been to my house. You see the map of the cryptids I have next to my bathroom?
I
Yeah.
remember. So cryptid is like what? Like Bigfoot, Sasquatch?
Yeah, cryptids are like anything that is folklore adjacent that is you can't really necessarily like debunk and say it's not real because of all the experiences people have.
Yeah.
But cryptozoology is like a very real thing, and cryptozoologist is a real career. There's people who like study it specifically.
How much they get paid a year?
Probably more than you and I, which is crazy. But I think it's like almost in the same subject as like historian kind of thing.
Like a curator?
Yeah, so I think it's
No.
like very niche, but yeah, I think that story was like it had to be like, I don't know, if it was not aliens, it had to be like something
Steph, with
cryptid.
all the stories you have told me, I feel like your family would definitely be the family to like upload a VHS tape of like Bigfoot. It's like look,
We're the
like
ones-
96, March 2nd,
Yeah,
96.
we're the ones that had the original footage of him like in the Pacific Northwest.
Small ass stuff, just
Yeah.
walking through the video.
No, dude, it was crazy enough where it definitely like it I don't know, like I'm a believer. I believe anything can exist, anything's possible.
Oh man. All right, Steph. Unfortunately, our time on this show has been done. But it goes by really quickly, honestly. You were a dope ass guest. I love learning about you, and
Thank
I
you.
think it's just like, she's an interesting human being. But I want you, love, to take this time. If you want to give any shout outs, I know we talked about certain people that can validate on some of your stories, but any shout outs, people you want to just show a little bit extra love. Also give out your Instagram handle, TikTok handle, so they could check out these Italian viral videos and all that.
So more people can perceive me.
Yeah.
Shout outs. I mean, I don't really want to shout out anyone in particular, but I do want to shout out like your show on Sunday. So like the Williams Center is a very special place in my heart. So definitely if you can, go check that out. I will be there. My dog won't be there because he won't be well yet, but shout out to Wilbur. Shout out to my dog. That guy's awesome. My partner, love my partner. Yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for shout outs. But I am on the Instagram. Don't really do much on there. Microplast Steph. I do post a story every once in a while about yearning. But I am on TikTok, Microplast Steph. You can follow me there. And yeah, if you're interested in any other antics of my life and anything else that's happened to me, yeah, just ask.
Yo,
I got stories.
Steph's going live at 9 p.m. on her TikTok. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Do the Q&A.
That's bedtime.
Yo, I'm done. All right, everybody. If you were in the check-in, thank you. Thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for supporting me. As Steph said, I'm going to be at the Williams Center this Sunday at 6:30. Anybody who watched the episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Mina Mendoza Show. If you love content like this, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. That's Queen0F_Spice. Hit up your favorite Spice Girl. I'm always open for collaborations, networking, all that. And we're here to build a community, so let me know. It's your girl, Mina Mendoza, little girl, big personality, Queen of Spice. We out.